Hey everybody, it's Kim Beal here, the Broad of the Bay with But First Football, and I am here this week to tell you something that is kind of funny and pretty surprising, I think, for a lot of people. But I have joined a fantasy football league for the first time in my life. I have avoided this for years because honestly, I know myself, I know I'm addicted to football as it is, and I really didn't want to add anything else into my football life that would take any more time away from any other things that I do, but also that would distract me and start me like paying attention to individual players as opposed to the actual game, because I really enjoy watching games. But my nephew Dylan, who will be attending University of Virginia next year to play football, asked me to join their league. And, you know, I can't say no to my nephew. So last night, we had the draft. So I didn't really know what I was doing, except, you know, that I'm extremely faithful to the Bucks and the Bucks. So here's what happened. I drafted mostly Bucks, which is great. Like, my first draft pick was Baker Mayfield. I was super excited. I'm like, oh my God, Baker's there. I was number 5. I was the fifth picker. And so my first pick was Baker Mayfield, and my brother later informed me that I probably could have taken Baker in the 7th round and still got him, but I mean, I don't know. He's Baker. He's the leader of the team. He's a great player. I figure he's going to score me a lot of points. So anyway, let me just tell you, this is what my team looks like. And I actually would have had even another Buck had somebody else not drafted Bucky Irving, which made me really mad when I saw that happen, and I had to rethink what I was doing. But anyway, this is my team. Baker Mayfield, Charbonnet from Seattle, because someone took Bucky Irving. David Montgomery from Detroit, which I like him, so I did have him as someone I might look at. Then I got Egbuka from the Bucks, Mike Evans from the Bucks. Then I got Mark Andrews from Baltimore. I got Keon Coleman from Buffalo. And then I picked the Bucks defense, and then I picked Chase McLaughlin, our kicker, from the Bucks. And then on my bench, I have some other players, but I also have 2 Bucks. I have Cade Otton and Sean Tucker. So I was feeling very excited and, you know, very happy that I was able to draft all these players that I love so much, except for Bucky Irving. And then I didn't feel really confident in Chris Godwin just because of his injury situation and not knowing when he'll be able to play again. But then when I was messaging with my brother, I said, yeah, I feel good about my picks. He goes, yeah, they're good. He goes, you're probably going to have a problem during the bye. And I was like, that could be a problem because I won't have anybody to play. I didn't know this. I didn't realize this. So come our bye week, I'm going to be like with Charbonnet and Montgomery, and I don't know, what do I do? Like, someone's gonna have to tell me what I do at that point. Do I have to trade for somebody? I do have Geno Smith on my bench, so do I somehow put him in? I don't even know. But anyway, I am in fact playing fantasy football, and I am in fact primarily playing the entire Bucks team. So again, feeling great about it until the bye week, and then I'll have to, I guess, figure out what to do then. I don't know. So that's really the main thing that happened this week for me. But the Bucks, again, I thought played a pretty good preseason game against Pittsburgh. No Aaron Rodgers sighting. But you know who is on the Steelers that is really looking great, and I kind of miss him from our team, is Scotty Miller. He's one of those guys. He is so speedy. He's so fast, but he's not super tall. I don't think Tom Brady loved him. But he was really important for the Bucs during the Super Bowl. I mean, he made big plays. He runs right down the middle. Amazing. So, but he did get a Super Bowl ring with us, and then I think it was just the next year he was traded. And did he go right to Pittsburgh? I can't remember. There might have been one stop somewhere else, but Atlanta? Anyway, he's on the Steelers now, and he looked really, really good. So that's kind of what I saw from that game. But otherwise, I thought the Bucs played well. I thought there was some good looking defense, and this Saturday, the last preseason game, we play the Bills, and we aren't going to be starting any starters. So it'll be interesting to see who's going to make that final roster. I think there's still some positions that are a little bit up for grabs. And then with Shiloh Sanders, he didn't show too much in that game against the Steelers. He had a really good first preseason game, but last Saturday, I kept looking for him. I'm like, where is he? Where is he? And he just seemed to be kind of showing up a little late to the tackles, and, he just wasn't all over the place like he was the first week. So I think he could end up on the practice squad. That is definitely a possibility for him, because there's a lot of talent competing for those spots. Otherwise, and then, who will be the backup to Baker? Teddy Bridgewater did have a really terrific start to the game. He was only in for 2 series, and sadly, he overthrew that pass to McMillan, who went up and got it and then landed on his neck and is now out for the first probably 9 weeks. So that's unfortunate. And I wonder, as a quarterback, does that make you feel crappy? That ball was overthrown. It was a floater. Incredible catch. It was an amazing catch, but it's going to cost us for 9 weeks. And I just wonder, I never really know what a quarterback thinks of a throw like that. But anyway, good news is McMillan, he will be fine. We just won't see him for a while. And then he had a great, Teddy had a great pass, and Bucky Irving caught his first touchdown, which was surprising but awesome. So I cannot imagine, Trask did not play well, and I just cannot imagine that Trask is going to maintain that backup status to Baker. So I guess we'll find out soon enough, but if I were Coach Bowles, I definitely would be looking at Teddy Bridgewater. And of course, Teddy's so cool. He FaceTimed with his high school team before the game started. He's so nice. He's just so nice. But anyway, that's really it for me this week. My fantasy football situation. So I'll keep you posted on that. I know everyone's probably thinking, oh my God, how dumb. But I love my team. I cannot not pick them. I really can't do that. I love them. So we play Buffalo Saturday night. That is the end of preseason. And there will be a lot to discuss next week. So that is it for me, the Broad of the Bay, for my little short this week. And hey, let's go Bucks. Let's go Bucks. Woo!